Hi everyone, welcome back to Acting with Kira. I hope you're all doing well and keeping as safe as you can during everything that's going on at the moment. None of us know anything like this having happened in our lifetimes before, so we're all really adapting to really stark changes happening very, very suddenly. So as we find ourselves indoors for the time being, and we're not sure for how long, it's important, I think, to make sure that we don't lose sight of things that we have been working towards, of things that we enjoy, of things that make us feel good, things that are an outlet for us. So, of course, lots of you are going to have had classes and lessons or workshops and plays you're going to see that have just stopped. It's not happening anymore. But it's important that we don't completely lose sight of these things that we normally engage with. So in this video, I'm going to give you my 3 top tips on how to keep that creative energy up and being used whilst on lockdown. And make sure you keep on watching right to the end of this video, because I will be giving you access to something that will help you stay on top of your craft and will help you stay focused and will help you to practice whilst you're at home. Make sure to hit that subscribe button to see more acting videos and tips, and hit like if you like the video. Tip number 1 is to read. Reading is an amazing source of inspiration. It's an amazing form of entertainment, and it really, really gets your creative juices flowing. It gets your imagination interacting with the narrative of the story. It makes you think about things from different people's perspectives. Just so much good stuff. So now we have so much time, it's a perfect time to really settle in to a good story or to read some plays that you haven't read before. If you are someone who wants to have a career in the theatre or in acting, reading plays is a great way to educate yourself. There are so many well-known and famous playwrights whose work you can get familiar with during this time, and some lesser-known ones as well. And when you're reading them, think about how you imagine the characters being on the stage. Maybe you're into directing. How do you see that play coming into fruition? And if it's a book you're reading, how could that book become a play or a series or a film? So really, really let yourself and your imagination flow freely and use the inspiration that books give us. I'm just looking over at my book corner while I'm saying this. I'm being drawn to them as I'm saying we should keep reading. So make sure that you pick up a good book and one that you really enjoy. So if you kind of know what kind of books you really like, pick up one that you think is really going to hook you. I love stories, and I'm reading the Book of Dust Volume 2 at the moment. I love Philip Pullman and I haven't read this book yet. So it's so much fun for me to dive into the story and just imagine the whole world, and it feels like such a creative outlet, even just being the reader and participating in that way. So tip number 1 is to read. Tip 2 is to watch. Now, we are so lucky that during this time of lockdown, a lot of us have access to the internet. If you're watching this video, you have access to the internet. And with that, the resources are huge. There is so much online. Anyway, in normal life a few weeks ago, before all of this, and now there's even more online because there are so many creators who are finding themselves stuck on home and are just releasing so much content. So what can you watch that will get you inspired? Watch that film you've always been wanting to watch. Watch it, watch the acting, dive into it, analyze it, watch films from different eras, watch the series you've always been wanting to watch. And yes, this might feel like an indulgence, but why not? And if acting is something you're serious about, observation and learning about people within the craft who have achieved something in their acting that you aspire to achieve, it's only going to help you finesse in your mind what it is you need to work on and which areas you want to improve on. So watching and observing the greats is always going to be helpful. We are so lucky today. We have Amazon, we have Netflix, we have regular TV, all of which provide us with incredible entertainment and incredible pieces of work from other creatives. So take this time to really treat yourself and learn more and watch a range of things that get you inspired. Another thing that is so helpful to watch is on YouTube, and that is actors talking about their process. Actors all have different processes. There are so many different methodologies, and I really believe that it is up to the individual actor to learn as much as they can, and then by practicing their craft, they finesse the process that works best for them. So you develop your own process. It's going to be slightly different for everyone. And watching actors talk about their process gives you real insight and inspiration of how you might be able to address a part. There are so many tips in there that you can take and then use within your own craft. So 2 series that I really like watching are Actors Roundtable and Actors on Actors. With Actors Roundtable, they usually have these table talks just before Oscar season of nominated films. There's some with directors, there's some with the lead actors, and there's someone chairing the meeting, and they just discuss what it was like for them creating the film that they've been nominated for and what the process is like and how they generally work and so on. And Actors on Actors are 2 very well-known actors, Hollywood actors, interviewing each other. And that's a really nice angle as well, because I think an actor would ask an actor specific kinds of questions when it comes to process, because you're both in the thing, even though you might address it in different ways. So that's really great to watch, and will no doubt get you up wanting to be acting yourself. Okay, my 3rd tip, that's 6. 3rd tip is practice. So take this time to try new things. Grab a monologue and start working on it. Start playing around with it, using the space. Just give yourself a lot of time in the day. Say, this is my rehearsal time, and for this hour or 2 hours every day, I'm just gonna work on acting. I'm just gonna give myself an acting class and try new things. So you can work on monologues, you can find monologues from films on the internet, wonderful internet. Download those, practice those, or even just reading out loud, reading poetry out loud, and really utilizing your voice and the space to get the poetry to be as clear and as powerful and as resonant as you can in that space. There are so many different things that you now have the time to test and experiment with and put into practice. So once you have received a lot of inspiration, really work on implementing it. So find a quiet spot where you are and block out that time to just really work on your craft. It's the same as anything else. If you want to train for a race, if you want to get better at singing, you practice. And the same is with acting. So even though you might be missing out on workshops, and even though your classes may have stopped in person, you now have time where you can work on your craft by yourself. And maybe that will even liberate you in some ways, because you have no eyes watching you. You can try anything, and if it doesn't work, you can try it again, and no one will be any the wiser. So really take this time to nourish yourself and your craft, stay creative, and really allow yourself the time and space you need to work on yourself and develop your craft. And to help you with your craft, I've written a PDF below of 3 key things to think about when you are first doing a new part. So once you start practicing that part, look at that PDF and it will help guide you through into the key things you should be thinking about when you are addressing that part and looking at it for the first time. So all you have to do is click on the link in the description box and it will talk you through how to access that PDF. Thank you so much for watching. Stay creative. Hit subscribe to see more videos like this one. Hit the like button if you liked, and I will see you next time.